Waking up should be the safest part of your day. You are resting, you are in your own bed, and you are completely relaxed. But for anyone over 60, the first 60 minutes after opening your eyes can actually be the most dangerous time of the entire day. Most people do not realize this, but medical data shows that the highest risk for a heart attack occurs between 6 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon. Your body is undergoing a massive physiological shift. The transition from deep sleep to being fully awake is not just a simple mental change where you open your eyes and start thinking about your day. It is a severe cardiovascular shock. Today, I am going to talk about 5 common morning habits that seem completely harmless. These are things you have probably done your entire life without a second thought. But right now, they are secretly placing an immense and unnecessary strain on your aging heart. The medical statistics are absolutely clear, and cardiologists have known about this phenomenon for many years. A sudden morning spike in your blood pressure, combined with thick morning blood and natural cortisol surges, creates a perfect internal storm. But the good news is that you have complete control over this situation. You do not need expensive medications or complicated medical routines to fix this. You just need to change how you navigate your very first hour of the day. Let me tell you a story about a man named Richard. Richard was 68 years old, a retired accountant who prided himself on his strict morning routine. He walked every single evening. He ate a relatively balanced diet, and he felt completely fine. He had no major warning signs. But one Tuesday morning, he woke up, immediately threw off the heavy blankets, rushed straight to the kitchen for his usual strong cup of dark roast coffee, and then stepped directly into a steaming hot shower. 10 minutes later, while reaching for a towel, he felt a sudden, crushing weight on his chest. It felt like an elephant was sitting on his lungs. Richard survived, but his cardiologist told him something that changed his perspective on aging forever. His heart attack was not just caused by a lifetime of bad choices or poor genetics. It was actively triggered by the sudden, compounding stress he put on his heart in a matter of 20 short minutes. Let us break down exactly what Richard did wrong and what you might be doing wrong every single morning without even realizing it. The first habit that is silently threatening your heart is jumping out of bed too quickly. When you are asleep, your heart rate drops significantly and your blood pressure is at its absolute lowest point in your natural 24-hour cycle. Gravity is neutral because you are lying flat on your mattress. But the exact second you suddenly stand up, gravity pulls a massive amount of your blood down into your legs and your stomach. Your heart has to instantly panic and pump much harder to push that blood back up to your brain so you do not get dizzy and pass out. In a younger 20-year-old body, the blood vessels constrict rapidly and easily to handle this sudden change. But after the age of 60, our blood vessels lose a significant amount of their natural elasticity. They become stiffer and less forgiving. When you spring out of bed, your sympathetic nervous system goes into absolute overdrive. It dumps adrenaline into your bloodstream to force your heart to beat faster. This sudden, violent spike in heart rate and blood pressure is exactly like revving a car engine to the absolute maximum the second you turn the key in freezing cold weather. It can dislodge hidden plaque in your arteries, leading to an immediate and catastrophic blockage. Instead of jumping up, you need to follow a simple, life-saving delay rule. When you wake up, stay completely flat on your back for 1 full minute. Take 3 deep, slow breaths. Then, slowly roll to your side and sit on the edge of your bed for 1 more minute. Let your blood pressure stabilize. Let your heart slowly realize you are awake. This 2-minute buffer can quite literally save your life. The second morning habit triggering heart attacks is reaching for coffee before drinking water. I know exactly how much you love your morning coffee, and coffee itself is not the enemy here. But drinking it the very moment you wake up is a huge cardiovascular mistake. Over the course of the night, your body loses nearly a full liter of water through natural breathing and mild sweating. You wake up clinically dehydrated every single morning. When you are dehydrated, your overall blood volume drops. To keep your blood moving throughout your body, your system artificially constricts your blood vessels, which naturally raises your morning blood pressure. Furthermore, your blood is physically thicker and much more prone to clotting first thing in the morning. Now, imagine pouring a strong dose of caffeine, which is a known stimulant that further narrows your blood vessels, into a delicate system that is already struggling with thick blood and high pressure. You are forcing your aging heart to pump thick sludge through a narrow, tight pipe. This is exactly why morning arrhythmias and heart palpitations are incredibly common among seniors. The easy fix for this is incredibly simple and costs absolutely nothing. Before you let a single drop of your coffee touch your lips, you must drink 1 tall glass of room temperature water. This immediately rehydrates your system, expands your blood volume, thins out your thick morning blood, and takes the immediate, very heavy workload off your heart. Only after you have restored your baseline hydration should you sit down and enjoy that warm cup of delicious coffee. Doing this single action daily will drastically improve your cardiovascular health and longevity. The third dangerous morning habit is stepping directly into a steaming hot shower. Many people use a hot shower to wake up their stiff muscles and find some comfort on a cold morning. But for an aging cardiovascular system, sudden exposure to high temperatures can be incredibly destabilizing. When hot water hits your skin, your body attempts to cool itself down by rapidly expanding the blood vessels near the surface of your skin. This sudden widening of the blood vessels causes a rapid and immediate drop in your overall blood pressure. Because your brain still needs a steady supply of oxygen, your heart suddenly realizes there is a pressure drop and begins to beat much faster to compensate. This phenomenon is called vasodilation. If you already have some plaque buildup or a slightly weakened heart muscle, this rapid fluctuation between low blood pressure and a racing heart rate can easily trigger an ischemic event, which is a lack of oxygen to the heart muscle itself. This is exactly why so many cardiac events happen in the bathroom. Instead of a steaming hot shower right after waking up, you should aim for lukewarm water. More importantly, give your body at least 30 to 45 minutes to fully wake up and stabilize before you even get into the shower. Let your cardiovascular system find its natural morning rhythm before you force it to adapt to extreme temperature changes. The fourth morning habit that triggers severe cardiac events in people over 60 is something most people are too embarrassed to talk about, but it is absolutely critical. It is straining during your morning bathroom routine. Constipation is highly common as we age due to changes in our diet, lower activity levels, and side effects from daily medications. When you bear down and strain intensely on the toilet, you are performing what doctors call the Valsalva maneuver. This action involves holding your breath and contracting your abdominal muscles tightly. Doing this causes a massive sudden spike in the pressure inside your chest cavity. This extreme internal pressure physically squeezes the large blood vessels, returning blood to your heart, drastically cutting off the blood flow for a few brief seconds. When you finally release that breath, a massive surge of blood rushes back into your heart all at once while your blood pressure plummets simultaneously. This violent swing in pressure and blood volume can easily tear a delicate blood vessel or dislodge a fatal blood clot. To protect your heart, you must completely avoid straining. If things are not moving naturally, do not force them. Drink your morning water, eat a high-fiber breakfast, take a short walk, and wait until your body is genuinely ready. Your bathroom routine should never feel like a heavy weightlifting session. The fifth and perhaps the most insidious morning habit is flooding your brain with stress the very second you wake up. For many seniors, the first action of the day is reaching for the television remote to watch the morning news or scrolling through stressful messages on a smartphone. We are living in a highly anxious world, and the news is specifically designed to trigger an emotional response. When you wake up, your body already experiences something called the cortisol awakening response. Cortisol is your natural stress hormone, and your brain releases a large surge of it just to wake you up and get you moving. This natural spike already raises your blood sugar, increases your blood pressure, and makes your heart work slightly harder. When you combine this natural morning surge with the artificial sudden psychological stress of negative news, political arguments, or family drama, you are essentially pouring gasoline onto a fire. Your brain perceives this psychological stress as an immediate physical threat and triggers a fight or flight response. Your adrenal glands dump epinephrine directly into your bloodstream. For a heart that is already dealing with thick morning blood, stiffness from age, and the shock of waking up, this emotional spike can literally be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Instead of immediately exposing your mind to the stress of the outside world, you need to create a quiet, protected morning buffer zone. For the first 30 minutes after waking up, leave the television completely turned off. Do not look at your phone. Do not check your emails. Use this time to sit quietly, look out the window, practice some gentle breathing, or simply enjoy your glass of water and coffee in total peace. This allows your natural morning cortisol to peak and then gently subside, keeping your heart rate calm and your blood pressure perfectly stable. Aging is an inevitable part of life, but having a heart attack is not. Your cardiovascular system is incredibly resilient, but it requires patience and respect, especially during that critical first hour of the day. By simply staying in bed a little bit longer, hydrating before drinking your coffee, taking a lukewarm shower instead of a hot one, avoiding any physical strain in the bathroom, and protecting your morning peace from stressful news, you are actively giving your heart the gentle transition it desperately needs. You are taking complete control over the most dangerous time of the day. These are not massive lifestyle changes that require giving up everything you love. They are tiny, completely free, mindful adjustments that can quite literally mean the difference between having a vibrant, healthy retirement and ending up in a hospital emergency room. Your heart has beaten millions of times to keep you alive and active all these years. The very least you can do is give it a quiet, gentle start every single morning. Starting early tomorrow morning, I want you to consciously practice these 5 simple rules. Please share this crucial information with your friends, your spouse, and your children so they can protect themselves as they age too. You hold the ultimate power to dictate your own cardiovascular health, one calm and peaceful morning at a time.